right, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Listen, it's time to have our 90-day fiance chat. Happily ever after. We've got a lot to discuss. Woo, a lot to discuss. You guys grab your popcorn and your drinks and come on back. We're going to be ready in a few minutes, but we're going to play this intro first. When we come back, the whole discussion is going to start. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Juice Radio Talk Show. 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 Reality TV, church reviews. Let's talk happy love and marriage lifestyle. Come and talk with us. Come and share with us. Come and laugh with us. Come on and pray with us.
Regina and Clovis, special guests. You should be following your lead. Bless. Subscribe on YouTube. Listen on podcasts. We live on IG and Facebook. This episode is sponsored by Truth and Triumph Ministries.
All right, everybody, we're back. All right, it's time to have our 90-day fiance chat. You guys, we've got the panel here, the team here. Erin with Smiling with Erin D. Follow her on her YouTube page. Jonathan with JoJo Speaks. Follow him on his YouTube page as well. And our great super main host of this platform tonight, Dustin, is here. Thank you so much, Dustin, for being here.
You guys are so welcome. Thank you guys for having me as always very much.
Yes, let's dive into this 90-day fiance, happily ever after. This episode is season 8, episode 11. The title is Weeping Beauty. Dustin, I'm gonna go ahead and let you start on this because there's a lot to go to have a conversation. Go ahead, Dustin.
I'd like to start with Liz and Ed. I felt terrible for Liz because to see her break down in the car like that, and she brought her, she thought maybe it was going to work out for her this time. Well, honestly, I knew that it wasn't going to work out, and it was a terrible scene for me to watch that scene because I don't like to see people brokenhearted. That was a terrible scene for me, and it was a very emotional scene because I wanted it to work out for her and for Ed, but we had very, very many close calls with this couple.
Yeah.
In the past seasons, and I had a feeling this would might happen, but I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it before it did happen, but it officially did happen, and it's probably for the best, but it's still a very sad situation for the people that are involved, for Liz and Ed both.
Yeah, here's the thing, I think, and I'll pass it over to Erin for her thoughts and then down to Jonathan. Liz has been going through this how long and still tolerating and putting up with it?
She's been in there for several seasons. I don't remember when she began, but she's been a part of it for a long time.
Well, I don't even feel sorry for her anymore. I mean, what's your thoughts on this, Erin? What's your thoughts?
I haven't been watching the Liz and Ed. I watched Ed years ago with Rose. So then when Liz came in, I stopped watching. I was sick of Ed. So I feel like I skipped the whole Liz relationship and I just came in at the end. So I do feel bad for her because I felt for her in the car. Yes, she should have known better. She was old enough to know better. All the red flags, she should have seen them all. Hell, people pointed them out to her. She pointed them out to her. So
you pointed them out to her.
She didn't want. Sometimes when you're in love, you don't want to see the flags, and you don't care if there are flags. Sometimes you plant the flags and go step on them.
Oh,
and I think she stepped on them. She threw the flags out of her way. So, but I felt bad for her. And I felt bad for her child having to see her mother get heartbroken. I think that was, for me, the hardest thing was I just felt for that little girl because she didn't want to leave her mother because her mother was heartbroken. Not that she didn't want to go home and stuff like that, but she didn't want to leave her mother in that state. And I think we can all recognize that and say, I felt bad for the position her daughter was in.
Yeah.
Right.
In that airport. That was the hardest part for me because her daughter looked like she was more the adult almost in the moment, like trying to care for her mother.
Mm-hmm.
And those are hard.
Yeah, and I think I'm not even sure if it was a good idea for Liz to have her daughter on the show.
I don't think it was Virginia.
Yeah.
I honestly,
Mhm,
I think it could have done more
mhm.
painful for her and more bad for her
Yeah.
than good, because I think that it would have been easier for her to be off the show because
Mhm.
and she I think the reason why she was so upset with the whole situation was is she involved her daughter
Yeah.
in in this relationship, and I think it would have been better for her if she wouldn't have.
Mhm.
Um, it would have been not as so saddened for us to watch it. To me, for me to watch it, it wouldn't be so saddening. But it's really sad for her to involve her daughter into this, and I think that's what made me emotional. I felt bad for Liz as well, but I also felt bad for the daughter because
Yeah.
when you involve your kids in a relationship, whether you think it's gonna fall, it might last, but in this situation it didn't last, and I felt bad for the daughter as more so, as more so than I did Liz.
Yep. Jonathan, what's your thoughts on it?
I had a very hard time trying to feel anything for Liz while she was crying
Right.
in the car, talking to her mother, because she literally signed up for this. She literally put herself in this situation. She literally did this to herself. So the only person
Herself.
to blame is
Hmm.
Liz. Now, I do feel bad for the daughter because she introduced her daughter to this man. And she clearly had a relationship with this man. Her daughter clearly had a type of friendship with Ed. And so, of course, when she said, I wish I wouldn't have brought my daughter into this. Well, I wish you wouldn't have done it either.
I wish.
Both on the same page with this. And um, so yeah, I find it bad for Liz when she literally signed herself up for this. When Nikki was feeling so bad with Igor slash Justin, she
Right.
signed herself up for this. You literally set this up. So it's hard for me to feel bad for you when you literally did this to yourself
We
now.
get it.
When you're crying and no one wants to feel that way. No one wants to go through heartbreak. I don't know if it was much of a heartbreak for Liz. I don't know exactly how much she felt for Ed, genuinely felt for Ed. I don't know if she genuinely had love for this man. So again, it's kind of hard for me to feel bad for Liz because she signed up for it. She did it to herself. I hope that Liz finds a way to better herself. I hope Liz does find true love for herself. I hope Liz does find a man that can
Hmm.
treat her the way that she deserves to be treated. Everyone deserves love in this world. And so I hope for Liz's sake that she does find that in some way, shape, or form.
Hmm.
Here's the thing, though, with Liz. I think Liz is using Ed
I
because
think she is too. Mm-hmm.
she is on this platform. He's a big platform. Ed is a big person on the 90 Day Fiance cast. He has a huge following. And I think Liz knew exactly what she was doing when she hooked up with Ed. So I'm going to put her in the same box that I'm putting Michael. I'm going to put her in the same box. I believe she is using Ed. And
Mhm.
when you use people, then when you get unhappy in the so-called relationship,
Okay.
it's not a relationship, it's a situationship. You put yourself in that situation. And so where you thought you were going to use, and I'm going to say allegedly use him, it's flip-flopping on you because you can't use people and think that no foul is going to come to you.
Right. Her meal ticket done flown out the window. Of course you're gonna be upset about that. Of course.
Well,
Ed
she
is the
wanted
one who knows
she
that
she
he has the control. He has the control.
she wanted to be on the show. I'm just gonna say it. She wanted to be on the show for the money.
Mhm.
She didn't want to be in the show for the relationship and the love. She wanted to do the show for the money because she knows that Ed has the money, and she knows if they get married, then the money is hers to get. So Jonathan, I do agree with you on that one. She did get on the show for for another reason. She didn't get on the show for love, and she should have got off the show a long time ago. And I'm so glad that hopefully we don't see him on the next season, because I don't know if I can see Ed and Liz again for next season,
It's
because I can't
Aaron.
I can't I can't
I,
stand it. I can't
I
stand to
was
see Ed and Liz. Go ahead.
I was just wondering, what did everyone think of Ed's scene, especially when Ed said, "I have." I am doing the right thing, but for years I would talk myself into when we broke up, I can't do better. I'll be alone without her. Did anybody relate to that or think of someone in that moment?
Mhm.
Because I
I
know I
feel
still
as
have friends.
I feel as though that showed some maturity in Ed's case, and I loved to see that. Again, as I've said before, I did not see Ed in any seasons prior to this particular season. So when I came in, I enjoyed Ed. I enjoyed his personality. I thought Ed seemed like a great guy, at least from my standpoint. Again, I had
Mhm.
no inclination of what he was doing in seasons past, and so I was happy to see that he's putting himself first by making the decision to break it off with Liz, and so I'm approving of Ed's decision to break it off with Liz because he knows that it was not going to turn out good for either one of them. But more importantly for Ed, it would not turn out good for Ed, and so he made that decision, and that was a very mature thing for him to do.
Y'all say hello to Marette, if I'm pronouncing that right, from Norway.
I'm a rat.
Marette,
Hi.
thank you for being here.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness, this Ed. I think Ed knows the intentions of Liz, and I think he went
Mhm.
along with it because there were
Mhm.
benefits for him.
Right.
And I don't think he really had ever any real intentions of marrying her. I think that was all a facade, smokescreen, and all that kind of stuff. And I think part of his bitterness towards Liz is because he knew they really weren't going to be a real pair. And I think that was part of his bitterness, or is part of the reason why he has this bitterness sometimes toward her. My part is I just feel sad that they brought the baby into it.
I
Yes.
do too.
That's the worst part.
Yeah, they brought the baby
Mhm.
into it. She should have stayed with her dad off screen. Don't even turn the TV on. Don't let her see what mommy is doing. And
No.
now that they brought her in the house, we're only seeing what is on the screen. Ain't no telling what this girl is seeing when the cameras are not rolling.
That's
Right.
what I always say. That's what I always say, Regina. We never know what's behind closed doors, and we're
Yeah,
never going to know what's behind closed doors. So yeah, that's one.
And this is when clout chasing turns around on you and
right.
stabs you in the back, because that's literally what it seemed like Liz was doing, was clout chasing just to get with Ed, to have a little bit of notoriety on a television show.
And all that bad conversation. I won't say that it's not the ATTACK, but he just mistreated her, and you going to put up with this mistreatment because you want the fame? I
Uh,
just I don't
I
understand.
wouldn't. I
This.
wouldn't put. I wouldn't put up with. I wouldn't put up with that. Period. Let alone
Right.
for frame.
Hmm.
Regina. I wouldn't put up with that. Like
Yeah.
mm,
But I can't windmill for her, like just like Amir. I'm gonna put her in the same box with Amir. I can't windmill for you, girl. I cannot. You're gonna have to
mm.
save yourself. Blink twice or something. I cannot save you. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
I'll put in a little bit more effort for Amir. I would put a little bit more effort for Amir.
Hey, Lady Virgo.
Well, I wonder why.
I think you already know why. Ain't no wondering to be done. Okay, girl, you already know why. I did that man fine.
Come here, Amir. Come here. Come. I got you.
Oh,
That's what Jonathan's gonna say.
But I
Come.
can say
yes.
I can say the show wouldn't be the same without without Amir. And
Okay.
he does the
I'm not watching.
he's the one that he's the one that puts that show together, in my opinion. So I am with Jonathan
Oh,
on this one. So I
oh
can't wait to
goodness.
see season 3. Don't be that.
He is too much. Dustin, where are we going next on this 90-day fiance train? Where are we going?
We're going to Michael and Angela because
Oh Lord Jesus, here we go.
yes we are.
Buckle up.
Michael and Angela, it's on my last nerve.
Oh God.
She is part of the reason why his visa is taking this long. And I don't
Mm,
care what nobody else says. This is the truth and my opinion on this because uh, she treats him like well, I'm not gonna say it, but you know what I mean. And I don't
mm,
want to see nobody being treated like that. Everybody has a life, and they have a right to where they want to live the life. But
mm,
Angela is so controlling, and it is sickening to see it on TV. And TLC, I'm so not excited. I'm not. I'm kind of shocked that you put her back on TV for another
Right.
season because this is ridiculous, in my opinion. And TLC, you guys, this needs to be the final season with Angela and Michael because I don't
Yeah.
want to see her again.
I have to wholeheartedly 100% agree with you, Dustin. We do not need to see no more Angela and Michael. We
Nope,
don't.
nope.
Hot mess.
Michael has a lot to do with it too. But Michael has a lot to do with it too. But so does
Mhm.
Angela. And Angela, uh, and that's what we know why the marriage fell apart because we know how you are. She's very
Mhm.
controlling. She's a very controlling person, and that wouldn't work out with me anyway. So I'm so glad that Michael got away from her because if he wouldn't have got away, it would have been an even worse situation.
Yeah, but Michael's still in my hot seat. He's still in my hot seat because I believe he
Yes,
used Angela. Mhm.
yes, he's just as bad as Angela. But I'm sorry, Angela has a lot to do with it too as well.
That's right. Aaron said Michael is a player. Michael's up to no good. He is up to no good. No good. Tell him, Aaron. He a player.
He
Uh-uh.
is a player.
He is. Right.
He
Lady Bird.
probably got like 6 other girlfriends.
And Regina, don't forget to show that thing you were going to show.
Yes, let me have Aaron talk, and I'm gonna show that Dustin. Yes, let me have
All
Aaron
right.
talk because Dustin has a video he wants us to see. Aaron, tell us about these two. What you think?
Michael is a player. Michael got several
Yes,
girlfriends.
thank you. Thank you.
Michael probably had like 6 girlfriends while he talking to Angela, like on the phone. Like he probably trying to send the same text to all these girls so he can keep track. Okay, he
The
up to no
same.
good. He doesn't want to be with Angela. He wants to get to the States, but I think he even thinking about that not so fun because he'd have to be with Angela for 2 years at least.
Right.
I don't. I don't think. I think first of all, their age difference. They fight all the time. There's no way in 7 years that he'd been sticking this out because he loves her.
Thank you. Motive.
No, he had a motive. He had a
Motive.
motive, and his motive was to
Yeah.
get to America, and that's what he got. And he's gonna stay here. He ain't gonna get out of here. There ain't no
And he's
way he's
been
gonna get out of
trying
here.
to play these cameras like he's the victim of Angela's thing. Angela's just as much his victim as she is his. Like
Mm-hmm.
they are two equal manipulators, two
Yep.
equal control addicts,
Mm-hmm.
and they both in this for no good. And that's
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
just all I think.
I agree with you, Aaron. Listen, I think Angela poor thing, she thought she was the boss lady, but she was the employee because Michael was using her. She was the employee, and she was the one that was getting used. Boss lady Michael done turned the whole tables around, changed the address and locations. Now I'm gonna come down to Jonathan while I queue up these videos. Aaron, I'll let you know when I'm gonna queue that other one up. But Jonathan, go ahead and tell me your thoughts on these two. This Michael.
Angela's so erratic. She's so erratic, and I don't know if it's mood swings or if this is just who she is, and
That's who she is, Jonathan. I'm just
all
gonna
the
answer that question.
time. And I don't know who would be able to put up with this, but apparently Michael can because Michael dealt with her as you would expect for a man to deal with his woman when she's in that type of state. But
Mm-hmm.
Michael, it's so interesting how Michael does not get hyped up when Angela gets hyped up. Michael always is calm, cool, and collected at all times. He almost never raises his voice. But at the same time, Michael put himself into this situation, much like Liz did in the Ed situation. So I really don't feel for Michael in any way, shape, or form because he is voluntarily being with this woman. The fact that she got so upset that he didn't get the visa, that did not surprise me whatsoever. Not exactly sure why he didn't get the visa. I'm not sure if he told Angela everything that happened during that interview that would make it so that he does not get the visa. And the fact that Angela was flirting with that waiter that she was talking to, that made me want to throw up, y'all. Like that made me sick to my stomach. It's something else. But yeah, I can't feel bad for Michael because he put himself in the situation himself. And so I don't know who would be able to deal with a woman or a man like Angela, who's as erratic and as double-minded seems like as Angela is. And the thing is, she understands and she is aware of her actions. She's aware of how she reacts to things. She knows what she's doing. And so she expects for everyone to be able to accept it. I, for one, would not be able to accept it. You got to, give me 50 feet, honey. I can't deal with you right now. I really can't. I can't do you. No, stay over there. But the best thing about Angela right now is her weight loss. I will say that she looks much better now that she's had some weight loss. She looks much better now.
And Jonathan, Regina, can I just say something quick?
Yeah.
Michael has already got denied for 2 visas. So there's a reason why he's already been denied for 2 visas. This is the third one that they have tried to do, and he got denied for 2 of them. So there's a reason why that he got denied for 2 of them, and apparently he got denied for this one, as we could tell so far. But there's always a reason why they get denied. But we're never going to know it. But he got denied for 2 of them. I just want to say
Angela
that.
Probably fighting that thing. She probably fighting that thing. Go ahead, Aaron. You put this comment up. Tell us about this comment. She said Angela's daughter did blink an eye when Angela went off, and everything she used to her mother's going off. Go ahead, Aaron.
She's used to her mother going off because you could see it didn't even phase her daughter on that phone. She was just like, whatever, my mother's going off again. Like Angela must have this in her personality that she just flips off at the blink of an eye. So I just think that said everything about Angela that I needed to know was watching her daughter's reaction. She wasn't shocked. She wasn't surprised. She didn't try to immediately calm her mother. She just let her go.
She is used to it. If you watch the prior seasons when the daughter was on there, because Angela was living with the daughter, her daughter is like, that's just who she is. Even the grandkids are like, that's who she is. Listen, Angela has gotten away with this bad behavior.
Not the grandkids, honey. Not the grandkids, child.
The grandkids too. They were but that's just how it is. It could be the cigarettes. Angela is just rude because she knows she has gotten away with being rude. She hasn't met her match yet.
No consequences for her actions has allowed her to continue the way that she has done for years now.
She has argued with castmates, disrespected castmates, even on screen, even at reunions. She just has poor behavior, and she's okay with having that poor behavior. And then all this flirtatious, but then when Michael flirts or comments or something on social media, she goes into a whole out tizzy. Now, Jonathan, you said you never saw Michael upset, but I remember when Michael truly showed his colors when Angela went there with her friend to Africa and towed that car up. Michael showed he could have a temper. I mean, he was livid. His friend even had to hold him back when Angela was tearing up the car. She trying to tear the bumper off the car, tearing the light and everything off the car. And Michael came, what are you doing? And that was the first time I saw Michael like a raging bull.
Wow.
I mean, so he can go there if he need to go there. You always got to watch the quiet,
quiet ones. Yeah, they be the ones, child.
Yes, go ahead, Aaron.
No, I don't have any. I can't stand them. I just
no.
If we were not covering this, I would not be watching them. I'm just saying.
No, me either.
Lady Virgo said, I think she would look a little better with some more weight or get the extra skin removal surgery. She probably would, but
I think that's what she needs, the extra skin removal. That's that because I wouldn't want to see her bigger again.
Angela is just she feeling herself anyway, and she really thinks because Michael is like, oh baby, you're gorgeous, baby. She thinks that everybody sees her the way Michael saw her. Girl, we're not looking at you like that. We really are not. But Screen Rant ran this article and they say, 90 Day Fiance, where is Michael Islani living now after his split with Angela? And this whole article came out and they're alleging that Michael is living somewhere in Texas. Now Michael has an Instagram page, and what I have realized that Michael does is he'll go like Instagram live or something like that and do a live, but then he'll take the Instagram down or not have it live, and he may not want to keep it on there, but he only has a few videos that are on his Instagram that are actually live. I mean, not live, but are actually still up. But this article here says from Screen Rant that they believe Michael is somewhere in Texas. All right, so I'm going to run this video because wherever Michael is, Aaron, I'm going to go ahead and run that video now. Wherever Michael is, he is having a good time. He is having a good time, and I'm going to show y'all why he's having a good time. And he's not really caring what's going on with Angela, because here they done caught Michael out partying. Here he goes here. Check him out. Check him out. Michael, yes, yes. Somebody done spotted Michael and posted it. They're like, look, look who we spotted. In Indy. So this is what, Indianapolis?
Indianapolis, yeah.
He out there partying. Look, giving her money. Look, giving her money. Look, handing her money. Michael, this is why Angela man, look, posing with the girls, with the ladies. Y'all know
with the girls, yes.
Posing with all the people. Look at him. Michael is a celebrity. That's what he wanted to be, a celebrity all that time.
Here's the thing.
Look at him.
If Michael's happy, I'm happy for him. I'm glad that he's living his life. I'm glad that he's doing what he wants to do without Angela breathing down his neck. I'm glad Michael seems to have his freedom. I'm happy for that. That's not to say that he's necessarily a good person. I would hope that he's a good person, but yeah, I'm happy for Michael. I'm glad to see Michael doing his thing.
I'm not glad to see Michael doing his thing because Michael used Angela allegedly.
Yes, he did. He used
her. Remember when they were on the show? Remember when they were on the show and Angela got mad, and because Michael was talking to some girl on Instagram or something, and she was in the States, and then they found out who the girl was, and they brought her on the show. Beautiful African American girl.
And I remember that.
Remember? And young girl too, young African American girl. And Angela was upset, and Michael was like, no, she's just a friend or whatever. And the girl was like, she basically didn't even think she was just a friend. But now she seen Michael playing games. She was like, no, she's gonna, Michael has been doing this. I don't know who was coaching him or he coached himself, but Michael's like, I got me crazy. He like, I got me a crazy white woman that's old, and she think that I really love her, and I'm going to take her for everything I can. And I believe that's what he did. I believe Michael's goal, this is my alleging, this is what I believe, that Michael allegedly had one goal in mind, get to the US of A.
And he got there.
Any means necessary.
And he got here, and he's gonna stay here. He used Angela to get here, and that's what his entire goal was, to get here. And since he got here, he don't want nothing to do with Angela. So he used her. He used her from the time they applied for that visa to the time he got here, and that's what he wanted. And now since he's here, he don't want nothing to do with her.
I was about to say, them glasses look cute on Michael, but I don't think those are actual glasses. I think that's just a filter.
Look, yeah, it's a filter. Look. Yeah. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He having the time of his life. He happy. Somebody said in a comment, your ex-wife did not want you to have social media. Glad you left, Michael. I live in Northwest Indiana, closer to Illinois. I hear you are now in Indiana. Would be happy if I ran into you, LOL. You are the reason my family watches 90 Day Fiance.
That's another clout chaser right there. Another clout chaser right there.
See?
Watch her put a baby emoji in his DMs, honey. Okay, like Miss Sweet Tea. Okay.
Not a baby emoji.
Yes, get your bag, girl. Yes, do your thing.
Look, Michael even put this page on. He put this on his page too, on his Instagram. He said, they told me I couldn't. That's why I did.
Ooh. Okay, yes. Go ahead, Michael. I'm not mad at Michael. I don't care.
I'm mad.
Okay. And look, somebody said most patient green card ever. Bravo, well deserved.
Most patient, absolutely, yes, very patient. I don't know how he had the strength to do it, honey, but he did.
Well, look at the next comment. Look what the next comment says. Welcome to Florida, honey. Michael is on tour.
Okay, yes, come on, Michael. Yes.
Well, he's got to visit all those girlfriends he made online.
Well, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, Aaron. You got to keep up with the hoes, honey. You got to keep them in line, keep them in check.
Look at Michael. Yes. Michael is out here, child. Michael, look, his shirt says, world, what does it say? World is mine, child. Michael ain't playing.
He said, Michael is playing, that's the problem.
But Michael is showing us who he is. Like, Michael is really showing us who he is, and I can't be mad at that.
Michael is showing us who he is. He is. He's showing us who he is. Mm-hmm. This
I
was
thought y'all
Michael
even
back
got
in
to
the
watch
day.
season 1 with him.
Michael is showing y'all. Michael is like growth. It said, "Thank God for growth."
Yes,
Okay, growth. Okay, Michael. We know you. We
absolutely.
don't peep the game, Michael. We don't peep your game. You got away with Angela, but
Yep.
listen, you did put up
You
with
got
a
away
lot.
with her. You got away with her.
I know. All right, so let's go on over to the next couple. Thank you, Lady Virgo. She
I,
says, "See, in my opinion." Oh, let me go. Let me come to you, Aaron. Lady Virgo. See, in my opinion, the weight makes her look younger for some reason. I don't know why. It does. To me, I
So you
think she
think?
does look younger because of the weight. Go
So
ahead,
you
Aaron.
think? Oh, yeah.
I think, well, actually, a friend pointed this out to me today and she wanted me to say it. Hi, TT. So she thinks that Michael put that in there, that text message in there just for Angela to find so Angela would not go to the meeting.
Hmm. That,
What?
that that could be it. That,
Because he had because when we watched this episode, we now know that he had changed the location. Angela thought they had changed the location.
mhm.
So there was
But
probably
he did it
more
though.
information that he
But
didn't
we
want
don't know about.
Angela to know about. And that's why he wanted Angela to back out. And he knew if he pushed her buttons, that she would get mad and say, I'm not going. And he would get away with even more that he probably is doing that was going to come out at these meetings.
Plan. Michael was planning, honey, scheming and planning, scheming
Yes,
and planning.
yes.
Master at it. Master at this.
Okay.
Yes, yes, Lady Virgo. That's what we saying. Lady Virgo say y'all trying to say Michael out here in these streets. Yes, he is in these
He's
streets.
Michael
Indiana,
is for the streets, honey. Okay, and he will
doing the
tell you
whole
that.
tour. Doing the whole tour. Florida, Indiana, Texas, Georgia. He done came to Georgia and left. He like, I ain't coming back to Georgia no time soon because Andrew got her people out there.
Okay, because they
But
might go out there and find him, and we don't want that to happen.
and put a bag over his head and bring him back to Angela.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
Let's go to our next couple. Let's go to our next couple, Dustin.
Let's go to Emily and Colby.
Yeah.
Now,
I like this
I
couple.
said this. I said this last week, and I'll say it again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it when they say the word property.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel very, very strongly about that because that is a very a word that very triggers me because of my situation, and you guys
Oh.
all know my situation,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm very close to all of you guys
Yeah.
because you guys, I consider you guys my family. Well, when people say property, that really triggers me because
Yeah.
I didn't have the best situation, as
Mm-hmm.
you guys all know. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it still triggers me to this day. Yeah, I lean to my team at the
Mm-hmm.
Juice Radio Talk Show uh, for a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
and I honestly that really triggers me when people say the word property
Mm-hmm.
because that I don't think it as a property.
Mm-mm.
I think it as love and support.
Yes.
You know, you guys all uh, you guys are my supporters and you guys my team, especially Jonathan and Aaron and Regina. So
Thank
Yes.
you.
I thank you very much, and that word is very triggering to me just because of that reason right there.
Right.
Thank you, Justin. Great explanation of that. And thank you for sharing also from your personal aspect of it. And we do, and this is what we have to do. We have to look at these shows like this and see that part, like Dustin is saying, the mix up in the word uses can be very damaging.
Right.
Excellent, excellent observation, Dustin. Excellent.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead, Jonathan. What's your thoughts? Hey, Q and DJ.
Absolutely. So this conversation was a continuation from last episode. So I'm so glad that Kobe stepped in and gave an explanation as to why they're using the word property and what it actually means. It means that, we're going to take on the responsibility of Emily's well-being. And so that's why, when she does pass away, we want to bury her in Africa. We want to take of course, they use the words property and somewhat in a somewhat kind of way ownership as well. So I know how it sounds. And Emily's parents had the right to have the feelings that they had concerning that particular wording. However, when they went and asked Emily what she felt about it, she just said, well, it's just tradition. The same thing that I said last week. It's just tradition. Let's just go along to get along. Let's just get this out the way so that we can get through this, because this is strictly for Kobe's family.
Right.
And so I'm so glad that both Emily and Kobe stepped up and put their input into it to ease the worries of Emily's parents. However, Emily got on my nerves when she brought up Kobe's ex-girlfriend, and then she asked him to text her and have a meeting with her. Like, I don't know. I want to assume that she's only doing this for the drama aspect of things, since they are on a reality TV show. I really hope that Emily doesn't truly feel like Kobe was lying to her when he first started dating her, that he was actually in a relationship. And even if he was, he's not with her anymore. He is literally married to you. He literally has 2 children with you, Emily. So you are clearly his one and only. And so Emily just got on my nerves with that whole conversation, and it makes it seem as though she doesn't trust Kobe. And so I'm hoping that they have an understanding that we're doing this reality show and we're just doing this for this reason, to get some drama going on with our storyline, because otherwise, things are going pretty well with Kobe and Emily for the most part. So that did tick me off a little bit. That turned me off from Emily. Because jealousy is a big thing for me, and when it shows its ugly head, especially with Natalie and Amir, that thing just irks my nerves, especially when the man is desirable. That makes it even worse for me, because I'm like, why are you with them? But I see why Kobe with Emily. He loves her, he accepts her just as she is. But that really grinded my gears for her to tell him to text your girlfriend right now. Text him right now. And
that's the control part.
I did not like that at all. I did not like that at all. So hopefully it looks like his ex-girlfriend brought a friend along with her, as we saw in the previews.
Yes,
So
she did.
This doesn't go to a contentious space. I hope that Emily is able to keep her cool, and I hope Emily is cordial with his ex-girlfriend. I'm sure Kobe will mind his manners, but I hope Emily more so minds her manners and isn't like, well, he's my man and you can't have him. And it's like, girl, I don't even want your man. Okay, you can have the man. Okay, go ahead. Let him sell his boxer briefs and underwear. I saw that post that you put in, Regina. You did that just for me, honey, because
I did.
Okay. I kind of figure, girl, because that Kobe got that body, honey. But yeah, I didn't appreciate Emily forcing Kobe. That's it right there. Yes. I didn't appreciate Emily pressuring Kobe into texting his ex-girlfriend to set up a meeting. That shows jealousy, and that shows insecurity. And insecurity and jealousy is very ugly.
It is. But I'm gonna come to Aaron. But before I do, I'm gonna put these up because I'm gonna be heading out here in a few minutes, and Aaron is gonna take over control of the platform here. But Kobe now has this underwear line, y'all, and he had to model his own product.
Modeling, yes, he is.
He's got this underwear line. Look at that big old cheesy smile on his face. Y'all check this out. If Emily worried about her girlfriends, she gonna be worried now when these underwear line come out now.
Okay,
that's what she gonna be worried. Yes.
I gotta plug in my headphones. I'll be right back. I gotta plug in my headphones. I'll be back.
Okay. So Kobe now has an underwear line, you guys. He's selling these underwear, and he's like, listen, he wants to have these underwear. I'm gonna show you. Now he put this on his Instagram page.
Yes.
Instagram page, and he's got this underwear. So let me share this with you guys. Listen, here is his website. His website is BLAZES wear, and you guys can get yours if you would like to order. Here are some of the first 4 that I saw on his platform. Check
that's Kobe modeling all the pictures, honey. Yes, come on, self-advertisement.
Listen, Kobe ain't playing out here. He
No,
is.
he ain't.
Listen, he said, listen, shop your men's underwear, upgrade your essentials, comfort, and style. Look at this for the perfect. Look at, okay.
Yes, he looks like a model, honey. Okay, serving body, girl. This looks good.
He said, upgrade your essentials, child, with comfort and
Okay.
style. I'm just looking at the front pocket.
Yes.
I mean, how much can you put in your pocket?
Child. I love that he's basing it on his African heritage, using
Yes,
using tribal fabrics
yes.
and designs, and it's such a smart thing to do, to get in your bag. And Kobe is in his bag. I
He
love
is
it
in his
for him.
bag,
I
all
really
right.
do.
He is in his bag.
Oh, okay, okay,
Here
okay.
are the other options of these underwear. You can get boxers or you can get briefs, as you can see here. They are online for $19.99. I'm not sure if that's the going rate. I don't pay that much for hubby's undies. Of course, we go to Walmart sometimes. But you know, and my husband doesn't like his underwear this tight. He's a loose boxer type of person. You know,
Okay.
men have differences. My son doesn't like super tight boxers either, but then he wears his pants super tight. So maybe he needs some of these. I'm gonna have to send this to my son. And you can't wear loose boxers with tight pants. So I'm gonna send this link to my husband and my son and see if he wants to. My husband will not do these. I'm sure he would not. He is not this type. But listen, congratulations to Kobe for getting his business up. I'm hoping
Yes,
that it will be successful. I love that he even
absolutely.
has the thought process of it, and by putting his nationality, the African theme to it, you can draw attention to that group of dynamics of people. So
Right.
congratulations to him for doing this. Listen, boxer brief, African and Karatagu.
Yes.
Congratulations. We wish you much success, much success. All right, Aaron, I'm gonna put this comment back up here so that you can do your commentary on where you were talking about the word property. Go ahead, Aaron. And you guys, I'm going to be logging out, but thank y'all for being here. The team is going to continue on. You guys are amazing. Thank y'all so very much. I am so excited about our upcoming seasons that we're going to be covering. I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to Aaron, and I will see y'all on the next one. But continue the conversation, you guys, and continue the conversation in the chat. All right,
Yes.
y'all stay blessed out there. Stay safe. Love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. But I'm gonna be out, but they're gonna be still here. All right, love y'all.
Love you too,
Hi,
Regina.
Regina.
All right, bye.
So Kobe explained the property thing, I think, very well after his
Mhm.
uncle was very dug in about it. But I think there is a language barrier too
Mhm.
from that. So I thought the way Kobe explained it, that it's just her joining the family. It's exactly what Jonathan said. They're taking responsibility for her. So
Right.
I thought when Kobe explained it, I wasn't at all offended, but I also thought there's a huge culture difference, so I wasn't offended to begin with. I did look it up though. I wish the mother had always done that.
Mhm.
But because I was like, that seems odd they're buying her, but I just looked it up to see what it meant.
Right.
So I wish it was that simple, but I also do think they are just trying to make a little bit of drama, because I think Kobe and
Right.
Emily have a really good relationship.
They do.
Because I don't think Emily cares about the ex. I really don't. Even
I
when
don't
she,
think so either.
because we've seen Emily really jealous and really mad earlier in the season with the friends and stuff like that,
Mhm.
and that doesn't seem like what we're seeing here. This
No.
seems like she's just pushing this along just to get them some more TV time, to make some
Right.
more money. And I think there's an understanding there. So I really did not judge Emily off it, because we know Emily well enough already this season to see that doesn't seem real. We've
It
seen her.
doesn't. But just the fact that she was doing it did trigger me a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's why I said I feel like it is to kind of drum up
Yeah.
some drama for them. So in that way, it doesn't bother me as much. But just the initial feeling that I felt was
I can
trepidation.
understand
I
that.
didn't like it.
I can understand that. I can also, as a female, just be curious too. I mean, she
Yeah.
might just want to know just for curiosity. Not that she really cares too.
Right.
but it might be fun to know because if you have a fun relationship, it'd be fun to be able to harass him about that a little bit. Or
I'm back. I just want to let you know I'm back.
Okay, Dustin, and also it might be good for Emily to say, in front of his ex, this is my man. Okay, it might bring up it might bring up her feeling about herself a little bit more, her
Yeah.
self-esteem. It might help with that a little bit.
Yeah.
So she's doing what she wants to do for her, and so
Yeah.
I guess I really can't be upset about that. But I just don't way that she went about. I don't like the way that she went
the
about it.
kitchen was upsetting because I don't want to talk about you're with him, he's your man now. What matters about the past?
Right.
But because Emily wasn't raising her voice, her body language wasn't intense. She was very relaxed. I kind of looked at those signals, especially with women, because we don't tend to hide stuff real well. Emily definitely does not hide stuff well.
No, she don't.
So I was like, well, if Emily was really mad or really upset, I think we would have seen it. So
Agreed.
that's why I was like, nope, I'm not mad, because if she's trying to make more money for her and her husband, I'm like, go for it, girl. We like you on TV. Just keep going.
Right.
Do what you got to do, girl, because you two are one of my favorite couples. I think they are just funny. And I love that they love each other for who they are.
Right. And not trying to change one another. They
Exactly.
accept one another as they are for who they are. And there's nothing more beautiful than that. There really isn't.
Absolutely. Dustin, who are we going to next?
Oh, I want to say something. I want to say something to that question, to that what JoJo said. I think that they're doing this on this one scene for the show, for possibly for the next season.
Right.
Because I think you're going to be on. I think you're going to be on the next season already. Because I think I think that Colby and Emily bring a lot of interesting scenes to the show.
Right.
And I can see them coming back for another season. But I want to go to Lorna and Lexi. I think that I feel bad.
Just read you and DJ's comment first, because they made a good comment.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that, Aaron.
No, they just popped it in. Everyone needs to understand that when you get with someone, they come with the past and they come with a past. Oh, you come with the past, they come with the past. Both mindsets need to be you're my future. Let's build a future together moving forward. Oh, I love that, Q and DJ.
That is nice.
I love your channel too. Bye.
All right. You said we were doing who next, Dustin?
Lorna and Lexi.
I
felt bad. I felt bad for her because I don't like to see her in pain. I like to see nobody in pain at all, let alone anything. But I don't like to see her in pain. She can't do anything that she usually does, and I know it's hard for her because I know she's a very hands-on person. She likes to do it all if she can. She doesn't like to ask for help. Unfortunately, yeah, she don't like to ask for help a lot, which I can see that part of her. And she has a lot of healing to do. She just had a big surgery, and I feel bad for Lauren, because Lauren wanted to try to help when they were cleaning out the refrigerator. Her mom and Alex were cleaning out the refrigerator, and she wanted to try to help. Well, she ended up had to go lay back down in the bed because she overdid it in this scene, and I felt bad for her because I can kind of, there's things I want to do that I can't do because of my situation, but I do the best that I can, and that's all you can do. And I felt bad for Lauren in this situation.
Agreed. Yeah, well, when I was watching their scenes, I was, of course, head over heels for Lexi and everything that he was doing for Lauren. Again, as I said last week, Lexi is showing to be the perfect man on this show, the perfect husband, the perfect father, the perfect son-in-law, the perfect everything, as far as I'm concerned. What did kind of rub me the wrong way was Lauren's mother, because she did not seem to be empathetic for her for her daughter and what she was going through, because it seemed like her point of view in this was, well, you did this to yourself, so look what happened. I mean, when you see someone all bandaged up walking through your door, you'd feel something for them. And it felt like Lauren's mother was feeling some sort of disdain towards her daughter for doing this to herself. And it seems like she's not emotionally aware of her daughter, and what her daughter's needs are. Whereas Lexi is very aware of what Lauren wants, and very aware and very supportive of what Lauren wants. And once again, I think that's why the doctor said, I think it would be a better idea for Lexi to look after Lauren, and not her mother. I don't know if he knows how her mother really operates with Lauren and on a regular basis, but I think that was the right thing to do. But yeah, I was a little nervous. I know Lexi warned the kids about their mother not jumping all over her, but I was expecting them to actually jump all over her. So I'm so glad that they didn't do that. But she did get their kisses, and I think they brought her some gifts or something of that nature, some toys that they wanted her to see. But I'm hoping that, and also Lauren's mother, after Lauren said, I don't have a double chin anymore, and Lauren's mother was like, well, I never saw it to begin with. It's like, this is not the reaction that you have with your daughter after she's gotten for her, a life-changing surgery to better herself, for herself. And you come at her with this, I don't know what to call it, but not non-supportive way of speaking to her. That's not what Lauren needs right now. And I'm so glad that Lexi is giving Lauren everything that she needs. And so Lexi is Lexi for president. That's what I say. Okay. I love me some Lexi.
First of all, Lexi's not bad to look at either.
I do as well.
Okay.
I love Lexi as well.
I just enjoy looking at Lexi sometimes. I was like,
okay.
And Lauren is
shirt
so sweet.
Optional. Okay.
Yes, always. I'll be sharing more pictures later, Jonathan.
Yes, I'll be waiting.
Because they're good to look at, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Somehow he's always top on my Instagram. I don't know why. How he just keeps popping up there. I wonder how that is.
I wonder.
Regina says Lauren's mom is always terrible to her. Oh, she is.
Okay.
She does not value her.
Wow, that's so sad. That is so sad.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's why she gravitates towards someone like Lexi, because Lexi is so caring and so attentive to her needs. Anything she needs or desires, like she got it in the snap of a hat. Child.
Yes. Hi, Tree of Life 24.
Hi, Tree of Life.
Yeah, I think Q is right here. That Lauren's mom is not capable of being a mother. She doesn't have that nurturing gene.
Okay.
So that's what I see. And I really felt for Lauren. And I love that she's not continuing that pattern with her children, because when we see her with her children, she's overly loving, overly sensitive. And I love that about Lauren, that she's cut the cycle. Is that what it's called? I have no idea.
Yes,
but
she's breaking the cycle.
Let's just say she changed the cycle. She's not nothing. She's not nothing like her mother, which I'm glad of. And she's really changed the cycle and changed it around.
Giving her children what she never got as a child. That's amazing that she has the fortitude to do that.
100%. Hi, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
She's really making it her own and her own lifestyle with her mother. And I love that she's not teaching them what she was taught. And so I really felt bad for Lauren in this episode. She looked like she was in terrible amounts of pain. Yeah. I'm glad that Lexi is just a great husband and a great partner to her. We haven't seen her be that partner in this season, but we know that she has in the past. So I think they make just this great team going forward. And I love that they're compassionate. And I really appreciated the fact that Lexi still tried to do that holiday for his kids, even though it was hard for Lauren. Right. He wants his kids to have those holidays, and they're important to him. That's just my thoughts.
The last couple we're going to go to is Ashley and Manuel. I think that Ashley is she's another very controlling person in my opinion. She
Mm-hmm.
wants to have all the control, and she doesn't realize that there's two people in a marriage, and you have to have your husband and yourself in a marriage, and if you guys are not on the same page, it's better for it to be uh, in a in a separate situation. But she's a very controlling person, in my opinion, because she thinks that she on the money side. I do agree with her. She doesn't have this. There's taking a lot of money to his family, but there is what but his family is not as well off as the people that is in America is not well off. But I think that I feel bad for her in a certain situation with the money situation. But I think that she needs to take a step back and realize what he is going through as well is because he is not used to America. He is used to where he's from, and he's not. He's starting to get used to it now. But she needs to take a step back, and she needs to take a little bit of her controlling side down a notch. That's just my opinion on that part.
Agreed. Have a funny feeling that if Ashley treated Manuel better, it's the possibility that Manuel will treat Ashley better. I think Manuel treats Ashley the way that he treats Ashley because she treats him the way that she treats him. And so he's just matching her energy. And so
Yeah,
why are you surprised when he walks in the door and says, I need money for my family? Bye. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you get. That's what you get, girl. Because that's what you're giving. You get what you. There's a cause and effect here, Ashley. And so I don't know why Ashley is so confused about why Manuel is treating her this way. It's because of the way that you treat Manuel, and so he feels as though that's what you're expecting. Now, as far as Ashley discussing this post-nuptial agreement to try to make sure that she has all her money, whatever money she does have, for that matter, was trying to make sure that he doesn't just slip away with half of her things. I'm sure Manuel will go along with this idea and will consider it, and he'll probably go ahead and go through with it as well. Whether this will make Ashley feel better or not, I'm sure it won't. I'm sure Ashley will find something else that Manuel is doing wrong so that she can throw it up in his face and he can laugh in her face about it. So, it's that's why this couple frustrates me so much, and that's why I said about 2 or 3 episodes ago, I really hope that they separate themselves, and I hope Manuel finds his own peace and finds his own happiness elsewhere, because I don't see Manuel being truly unadulterated happy, having true unadulterated happiness with Ashley, because
I don't either.
The way that Ashley's immaturity makes it hard for people to deal with her. And I don't see how Ashley's friends don't consider Manuel's part in this and Manuel's side of things. They're only taking Ashley's side in every situation.
Mhm.
And so that's what annoys me about Ashley. And it just confuses me that Manuel is going along with it. I'm sure he's thinking, well, I've gotten this far, so I might as well just keep going. And what are my other options? Just to go back to Ecuador or wherever he's originally from. So I'll call myself a Manuel apologist because I love Manuel so much, and I just want the best for both he and Ashley. But Ashley has some maturing to do before she gets in a relationship with another man, because I don't want to make this a racial thing, but I don't see any African American men putting up with Ashley the way that she deals with Manuel, and I think that Manuel just kind of deals with it because he loves her so much, which is the crazy thing. Sometimes love is just not enough, you guys. I hope you guys hear me when I say sometimes love is not enough. But my hope for Manuel is that he finds his own independence, and I hope that he sees Ashley for who she really is, which is a controlling person who wants everything her way or the highway, and any other way is not acceptable in Ashley's eyes. And I would wish that she would see that when she watches herself on television, but I think Ashley sees that as the right way to do things because she's been doing it all of her life. And then she goes into this conversation about the fact that she didn't have a good relationship with her father. And so that's why she has all these trust issues with Manuel because she's not used to a man treating her the way that she deserves to be treated. And so I think that's why she's always on the defensive because she expects for Manuel to leave her. She expects Manuel to treat her badly. She expects these things, but then when it happens to her, she has the nerve to get upset about it. But again, Ashley, you have to look in the mirror and realize the reason why Manuel is treating you this way is because this is the way that you treat Manuel. But unfortunately, she just doesn't see it that way. And I would hope that someone could at least have a conversation with Ashley. I'm thinking her mother might be the best person to have this conversation with her. And I wish you would have had this conversation with her after Ashley's mother had a talk with Manuel at that dinner on the previous season, letting her know why they get into all of these arguments and why things are so contentious between the two. I wish Ashley's mother would have that conversation with Ashley to tell her, you got to treat your man better if you want him to treat you better.
Good, because if you think when you're married, there's two sides there. That you have to work on a marriage. I say this plenty of times on the show. You have to work on a marriage. It's not easy situation to be in. You have to work on it constantly.
Right.
And you have to make if you want it to improve, you have to keep working on it. You know, you don't have. Yes, there are certain situations where you can get a divorce, but most of the time you have to work on it and continue to work on it before you divorce would be your last final step. And that's what I'm going to say to that question real quick.
Right.
Q is asking how old Ashley is. Ashley's 33, and I think Manuel's 36. I like Michelle's comment up here, so I'm going to bring this back up. I don't understand why Ashley and Manuel got married, had all the problems before they got married. They didn't resolve anything before they got married. That's true.
Not at all. Not at all. Nope.
I do pray they make it because I see real love there. I think Ashley has explained her trauma and stuff. I wish Ashley would go to therapy herself, just herself, not with the Manuel, and just deal with those issues so that she can be better with her partner. Yes. I do hope they work through this, and I hope Ashley gets the help she needs to have a better, healthier relationship. So those are my hopes. In this episode, though, Ashley be crazy. Because
Ashley is crazy.
First thing she said in a medical building, which, by the way, don't say this in a medical building.
Girl!
Give me the witch magic in the.
She said, give me the witch potion.
That's what she said, Dustin. The witch potion. Girl.
She didn't say that. I was gonna correct Aaron. She didn't say the witch magic. She said the witch potion. And the woman said it's strictly medical.
Yes.
Okay. The doctor said it was strictly medical. She said it ain't no witch potion. She said it's vitamin D and something else. But she said it ain't no witch potion. She said it's strictly medical.
Yeah. Know where you are. You can say that to your friends, but don't say that in a medical building. Nobody appreciates that there. That was my
That makes me think you don't need this IV. You need medical attention, some therapeutic attention, some other type of attention, and not just this IV going in your veins, honey.
Yeah. And we know from the previous season we watched with Ashley that she has trouble with money. So when she's talking to her cousin in that room, why didn't she say to her cousin, well, I didn't need to worry about him going after my money. I ain't got no money. I'm in debt. Like,
what money?
Was like, yeah, that's all I can think. Ashley, you ain't got no money.
Okay.
We know that from last season. So what are you fighting about? Like, why are you worried about your money? Because you ain't got no money.
None at all.
Oh, because you're in debt. She's in debt $100K. We found that out because I seen the preview, and the guy asked him, the guy that they were talking to asked her, "How much do you owe?" She said $100K.
Yeah.
Wow.
What are you worried about? My second thought is, why are you going to spend more money getting a lawyer? That's all I can think is these conversations in Ashley's head, do they make sense when they come out to anybody else?
No, not at
No.
all. Never does. Never will.
Because to me, I was like, Ashley, we know you're in debt. Why are you worried about the money he's going to go after? First of all, any money you make in the marriage is going to be divided, and you ain't coming
Right.
in with anything. So
That defeats the purpose of the post-nuptial agreement altogether.
that makes no sense. And please stop wasting money and everybody's time. Let's try and actually resolve some issues, Ashley, instead of making some more issues. All she's doing is making some more issues.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how she operates, and I can't stand that. Before we go, you guys, I want to say something really quick about Patrick, and I think it's Thais. Is that her name? Thais?
Yeah, Patrick and Thais. Yeah.
It really bothered me that Patrick took it upon himself to bring John not only to Brazil, but then spring up on her that, he messed up his hotel reservation. Wasn't no hotel reservation to begin with, but he's going to give that excuse to Thais to make it, to soften the blow a little bit, that John's going to be staying with them at their apartment. I wish Patrick cared more for Thais's feelings,
but he
cared
don't.
more for her emotionally, was more aware of her. He understands how she operates and still does the things that he knows that she's not going to like. Knows that she's not going to like it, but he feels the need to do it anyways. It's so frustrating because I see the love between them two. I truly do believe that they love one another, but Patrick deliberately does things that he knows will upset her on her birthday, nonetheless. And that just.
And I just want to say a couple more things before we go, if I can.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that Patrick, your marriage is not going to last if you keep doing this. In my opinion, I see a divorce in the future because of Patrick and Patrick by himself,
right?
Because Patrick is hiding a lot of things from Thais, and he's not telling the full truth in the marriage. For a marriage to last, you have to tell the full truth, and truth only. So tell her actually what happened with the hotel. He actually didn't get a hotel because he wanted to stay with you in the first place. So tell her that in the first place. But instead, you told her that he's going to get a hotel in the next 2 days. But we know, my whole team and I know that wasn't the whole truth right there. That was a lie mixed in with the truth.
I do not think it was a good idea for Patrick to bring John to the apartment and everything. But I don't think
it was a good idea for Patrick to be there at all. I don't think it was a good idea for Patrick to be on the vacation at all, even though it is his brother. But he has to have a life with his family and his wife. Yeah, he shouldn't have been at her birthday because she didn't want him there.
Yeah.
Right. What were you going to say, Aaron?
Oh, I was going to say that I really hoping that John sees the father for what he is, and that helps Thais feel not alone in the conversation. And I don't think it's going to wake up Patrick, but maybe it will make Patrick back down because he doesn't like to go against a fight. And two of them versus him might help Thais because we know Patrick usually will run to John when he's fighting with Thais. Mm-hmm. If he's fighting with John and Thais, that might work out for Thais' benefit. And that's what I'm kind of hoping.
Yeah.
In the coming episodes.
True that.
Is there any final thoughts from anyone?
Real quick, I do want to speak on Jasmine and Gino.
I forgot about them.
Just really briefly. I love the fact that Jasmine accidentally kicked Gino in the gonads. I loved seeing that. Don't be mad at me, y'all. Y'all can call me insensitive. Y'all can call me whatever y'all want. I enjoyed seeing her, and he clearly wasn't hurt that much. I know it is painful. I understand that, but I thought that was really funny. But at the same time, for him to ask her to leave the gym before she finishes her cardio, she just asked for 45 more minutes, and then he wants to go get smoothies and then sit down at the smoothie place. So I totally understand why Jasmine got so upset with Gino, and she had every right to be upset with Gino. And she was right. He's using her to control her. He literally wants to control her every move, and that is not a healthy thing when you're in a relationship. And it just sent me up the wall when she threw her smoothie at him. Didn't take one sip out of it, threw it at him, took off her shoes. Take these shoes that you bought me. And he said, "Where are you going?" She said, "How?" I loved her purple leggings as well as her purple socks. Jasmine is everything to me. She's my favorite female on this show. And with her, I just hope she finds happiness. I don't know if she'll find it with Gino. I don't expect her to find it with Gino the way that she wants it, I don't think she'll find it with Gino. So I just want Jasmine to be happy and fully herself. And I hope that she does get in that pageant because she clearly wants to do it. Gino seems to be dragging his feet, sending those fees in for her to actually enter into the competition. But if Gino, the show once again showing that Gino does not care for Jasmine, he might love her. Yes, he might love her. He might be in love with her, but he doesn't care for her. He's not attentive to her needs. He doesn't care about her as far as her needs are concerned. But I hope Jasmine finds happiness, and that's all I have to say about that.
I can't believe I forgot about them, and I love them. I feel so sad. What were your thoughts on them, Dustin?
My thoughts are Jasmine needs to leave Gino, and I'm going to
Okay.
continue to. I'm going to continue to say this until she does leave him, because that's the only way she's going to be happy. She's not happy in the marriage with him anyway, in my opinion, because if a marriage, if he would get a job, get back to work, that's number one. Number two is file for the pageant that she wants to do, get the fee and pay the fee. We know you have money because you're getting paid from TLC. So plus that, you could put the money that you got from the show to put her in this, and plus that, you ain't gonna have her for the long haul if you don't start changing. So get back to work and get some more money and put her in that place where she wants to be, because that's where she wants to do right now, and that's where she's the most happy. And apparently, you don't care for her. You don't care how happy she is. So
He does.
honestly, you can walk out. You can walk out, and she'll be more happy with it without you. Thank you.
Aaron, quick question, because I saw your reaction to what Dustin said. Do you truly believe that Jasmine will be happy in the way that she wants to be happy in her relationship with Gino as it stands now?
I believe that Jasmine has gone through a lot of relationships and she hasn't found happiness because she has to find it with herself first, and because she goes through all these body dysmorphia.
Mm-hmm.
I think that she has to find that confidence in herself,
Right.
and that strength within to really fulfill her happiness. And I think she's a very strong person, and I think she's been with Gino because she sees the good in Gino. And I think once Gino goes back to work and they have a more balanced relationship where he's not with her 24/7 and she's not with him 24/7, and they have a more normal relationship where it's husband and wife than stuck 24 hours together, I do think they will work out in the long run.
My main issue, Aaron, is that Gino seems not to care for Jasmine, and that's something that you can't that can't just come up on you out of nowhere. Like you actually have to build that up. And Gino doesn't seem to want to get to that space. He seems to be okay with the way that their relationship is now, the way that they're operating amongst one another now. He sees no issues with the way that he treats her. So for me, Gino has to care for Jasmine in order for her to be happy. And until he does that, Jasmine is going to continue to threaten to leave him until they decide to either stay together or separate.
See, I think Gino doesn't have the same love language as Jasmine.
Does he have a love language?
He doesn't have one, Jonathan. He doesn't have a love language at all.
I don't know if
That's
Gino
just my
knows
opinion
how
about
to
that.
be in relationship with someone else. I don't think he. I don't think he has that. I don't think he has that capability. At least now, I think he needs to be taught how to be with a woman and how to care for a woman. And I don't think he's really been able to understand how to do that the right way. At least that's just my opinion on it.
When I first met Gino and Jasmine, I hated Gino. I'm not even gonna lie and pretend like
Same way
was
I feel
where
about
you
it.
are. Yes, but I have seen Jasmine help him learn and grow over the years. So I still think Jasmine's going to get him where she needs to go because he's come so far. I could not stand this man coming on TV. I would just like roll my eyes.
Right.
And it wouldn't even be slight. Like I would just continuously be rolling my eyes.
Right.
So I've seen him grow a lot, and I know that he sacrificed his own personal well-being sometimes for Jasmine when she was in another country and she lost her job, and he was willing to pay for everything over there for her. He didn't ask, he just gave her the money. So it's not like he had full control then. I think now he's paranoid because he's not working. He doesn't want to leave her because he thinks that her love language is him giving her the whole focus, his 100% focus. That's why he left the job. So I think because his motivation was her for leaving the job, I think once Jasmine explains that's not working, I think he will get there because Jasmine's been able to teach him in the past and he's accepted it. It takes him a while. I mean, he's bullheaded. I'm not going to lie. But because I've seen him grow so much to this person that can do the Miami trip, which he was never willing to do before, I don't think he is somebody who like shares his house well. So I think her being there is a big change for him. So I believe he could change, and I believe he will change for Jasmine because I believe he loves her that much.
Jasmine is a wonderful teacher. She's an amazing teacher. I just hope that Gino is receptive to her teaching and receptive to the way that she wants to be loved, because you can really teach someone the way that you want to be loved, and they can then acquiesce to all of your wants and your needs in that way. And so I hope that Gino has the capability of doing that, and then they can be happy.
Lady Virgo has a question, but did you guys hear when he said he had to stop working in order to deal with all the running around trying to get the visa paperwork for her?
That sounds like a lie to me. Personally, I don't necessarily believe that that's the reason why he left his job. I don't know exactly why he left his job, but that doesn't sound like a reasonable explanation.
Well, we saw he didn't leave his job until she was coming here. Right. So we saw that on 90 Days. So I don't really understand that part.
Right.
We know that's not really true. Unless he means the visa not the K1 visa, but maybe the visa that he's trying to get for her now.
Right. Yeah, the visa that he messed up in the past. Yeah, that one.
Maybe exactly. Yeah. I don't really think I understand that.
No.
Yeah. Did we miss anybody else before?
I don't think we did. I think we're all good, you guys.
We didn't miss anybody else. No,
okay,
we got them all.
I did forget about them. Okay, so final thoughts.
I'm rooting for Manuel. I am rooting for who else am I rooting for? I'm rooting for Jasmine. I'm rooting for Patrick and Thais. I really want the best for them. I'm rooting for Kobe. sort of kind of rooting for Emily. She's neither here nor there. She's but I'm rooting for the couples that mean something to one another. The others can just do whatever they do. But yes, I have high hopes. I do.
Dustin, were you going to say anything?
My final thoughts are I'm rooting for Colby and Emily, Patrick and Thais and everybody else. But I really think that Jasmine would be better without Gino, and and that's just how I feel, Aaron. And I think that would be a better situation because I just think that this relationship is falling apart between both of all of our eyes. We're seeing it fall apart on this season, especially in this episode, especially when when she threw the thing at his bottom of his feet. She threw the thing on the floor.
The smoothie in her shoes.
Yeah, yes, she threw there, and I didn't see it coming that way. It really shocked me to see that point. But honestly, I don't see this marriage lasting if he don't start changing. That means if he don't get a job and get the money that she wants to have to that, get the money so she can have her kids over here. I see a bunch of red flags. I know that Jonathan sees them as well. I see a bunch of red flags in this relationship. She doesn't have her kids over here, and she told him in the first place she wanted her kids over here. Well, I haven't seen one of her kids on this show, and she doesn't have her kids over here because she's still really heartbroken with that situation, and so am I for her because she's not comfortable with her kids being over there, and I wouldn't be over there. I wouldn't be in the United States. I would still be with them. So I hope she goes back to where she came from.
Cool. All right.
Well, I'm hopeful for everybody, and I'm grateful for everybody being here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All
Jonathan,
right,
can you lead the prayer before we get out of here? Thanks.
Sure, absolutely. Father, thank you so much for allowing us this time to not only fellowship, but to be able to relate to one another's opinions and, even in our differences of opinions, Father, but we are all still family, Lord. Thank you. I pray for every single one of these couples that are on this 90-day fiance. And I pray that they are all mentally and emotionally in the best place possible so that they can love their partners the way that they deserve to be loved. And Father, I pray that you allow us to see the warning signs in these couples' stories and see where we can improve in our own relationships so that we can be better, not only for ourselves, but for our partners as well. Thank you, Father, for everyone that is not only in the chat, but also on panel, Aaron, Dustin, and Regina as well. I pray peace and understanding for all of us. In Jesus' name, amen.
all right. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Thank you, Jonathan.
No problem,
Thank
Dustin.
you, Aaron.
Don't forget to go to JoJo Speaks on Thursday at 9:30.
Yes, absolutely.
And we'll all be there. I'll be there support. Always
awesome.
be there. Thank you for always being here, Jonathan and Aaron, very much.
Anytime, Dustin. Bye, you guys.
Sorry, I got emotional when I was talking about the situation. But thank you very much for being here.
It's all right, Dustin. It's okay. Bye, you guys.
Bye.